And already welcome to the second module. And in this module, we will take a look at our charts together. We will get into chart reading. You will learn how to understand any price chart. We will cover the different market phases. We will learn how to analyze trends and waves. We will take a look at price action trading, pure price action trading. We will also take a look at the most important indicators and how to use them. And I will also give you a quick introduction into a trading strategy. So first of all, when we start, we have to make us clear that there are only so many things that a price can do at any point in time. It can only either go up, it could go down, or it can go sideways. There's not much more to that. The price can only do one of those three things. If you think about it, of course, it can go up and it can go down with different intensities. It can go sideways with different lengths or for different time horizons. And that's a given. But at the core of that, it can either rally, it can sell off, go down, or it can move sideways. And once we look at our chart analysis together, we will be able to see that this is true in any market, in any time frame, and at any time in price history. So in this video, we will take a look, or in the second part, I will take a very in-depth look at the different market phases. And then in the next video, we will take a look at the trend analysis in depth, where we will take a look at impulsive and corrective waves and how to analyze the trending phases in more detail. So in its purest form, chart analysis focuses on pure price, and we only look at the price information on our charts. We don't use any tools besides the regular charting principles. And sometimes this is also called naked trading because you just look at naked price charts. In my opinion, it is not the ultimate answer, but it's a good starting point. Later, we will learn how to use and add different confluence tools, different confirmation tools to our charts to improve our chart reading and to improve the way we time our trades. But understanding price at the first layer is very, very important. My and our approach to trading, I just want to quickly lay it out for you so that you know what my mindset is and what you are going to learn. In my opinion, price is king. So it is not necessary to overload your price chart or your charts in general with too many tools, too many indicators. Any or all information is visible at price. We have to understand that price, the way a price moves, it is telling us a story, because let's think about it. Why is the price on our charts moving? It is moving because the buyers and the sellers, the different banks, hedge funds, central banks, and corporations interact with each other. The price is driven by humans, by emotions, by needs and wants. So it is not necessary to, at the first layer, have too many tools. When we understand why are the buyers interacting with the sellers, how are they interacting, who is at the moment stronger, and that's all we can read from the price charts, as we will see in the next few videos. It is very important to understand that the price is driven by the buyers and the sellers. And once we understand how to read this story that price is telling us on the charts, we can make very, very effective trading decisions. Later on, we will use a few selected indicators and tools to make better trading decisions. We will only use tools, certain tools in certain conditions that we will explore later. And we will combine the two parts, or the best parts, of price action trading and limited indicators to form a very robust trading system to then find the best trades week after week. And this is a very powerful approach. And although you might think, okay, this sounds very, very basic for now, yes, it is, because we are just getting started. So stick with me, and in the second part of this video, where we will pick up now shortly, we will take a look at a few market phases, and we will start with basic chart reading. So when we are back now at our price chart, you can already see the different market phases. You can see here price moved up. This is what we would call a bull market or a rally. Then at the top, price is turned. We moved down. This is what we call a downtrend, a bear market, or a sell-off. And then here on the right-hand side, you can see that prices have more or less moved sideways in a range market. But in the range market, you can also see that prices go up and down. There are small rallies and small sell-offs. And then finally, after every range, there is usually what we call a breakout, where price goes from ranging to either making a sell-off, that's what we see right now, or starting a new rally. And you can see that over and over again that the markets alternate between the different market phases. So you can see here we had this sell-off. In the sell-off there were small range markets where prices just went sideways, here as well. Then after the sell-off stopped, we had this range here where we just go up and down, up and down, up and down. And then after the range was finished, then we had a little rally here as well, where we broke out again, we left the range, we made a new rally, we sold off, and then so on. And in technical analysis, we can use trend lines and support and resistance levels. I will show you that in a later video, but for now it is just enough to know that how we draw them. So here in MetaTrader you can use the trend line tool. It is here at the top. If you click it, then you have selected it, and now you can use it on your chart. You just click to the origin, then you can see that you can draw this trend line here. So we click at the origin, then we look at the price action and the price direction, and you can see that if we use this trend line, then we can really nicely see how price goes up above this trend line. And once price breaks this trend line, then we start this sell-off here, and we can do that again. We use a new trend line, we click at the top, we drag it down. You can see that depending on how you draw this trend line, you can see that price is going down. And once price breaks above this trend line, you can see that we are first entering this rally here, but then very shortly after we are entering this range market, and we can do that again for our range market. So you can see here in a range, we said we go sideways, and you can see right now the price action is very sideways. We have a top and a bottom of the range, and you can see that how we use the technical tools such as trend lines to analyze markets. When they go up, they go down, we can look for the break, and then with this range market we can see how we have a top in the range, we have bottom at the range. And now when price breaks out of this range, we do start a new sell-off and a new market phase. And I just recommend that you go through a few price charts. You can draw your trend lines for yourself to see that this pattern actually repeats itself over and over again. So you can see here again we have a trend line and a horizontal trend line. In that case we have a top to this range, then we can also find a bottom to the range, which can be anywhere here in this area. So you don't want to be too precise. I will show you later how to draw trend lines the right way. I have an own video about this, so don't get too hung up on this. Just try to, for now, see how the different market phases alternate, how you go from downtrend here to sideways, then you break out, you go higher, then you break low, you go lower, and so on. And so you can see this across all the time frames. I suggest you start here with the daily time frame, and the reason is that on the daily time frame you usually have less noise, everything moves a little bit smoother. And when you look at the 5-minute time frame, you can still see all the different market phases, but at the same time you can see there are something we call gaps here. We will get into this later, and everything moves a little bit more hectic. You have a little bit more up and down, and also things can change quite fast, but nevertheless you can see how all the different market phases change over time. Again, when we look at the 5-minute, we can still do our task. So you can see we have been in this uptrend. We broke the trend line, we went down a little bit, not that much, then we were in some type of a range here where we moved just sideways. We have a top and we have a bottom, then we broke out, we made a little bit of a sell-off, a small bear market. Then after this was over, we went higher, then we had this rally. At the top of the rally we have another range before we then broke lower. And you can see even on the 4-hour, even though it's a little bit more hectic, you can see this pattern over and over again. And keep in mind, this is a very basic, this is the first layer of price analysis. And later I will show you how to time the trades, how you can actually know when price is going into a rally to a downtrend, and from a downtrend into a rally. We will look at those points where the powers shift, where one market goes from one period to the next, and this can be very profitable opportunities in your trading. And I will show you exactly how to use different tools to identify profitable trading opportunities to get into a trade by using this understanding and taking it one step further. And for now, I hope you can play around a little bit, use the trendline tool, make sense of the markets here a little bit, try to understand how ranges and market and rallies and downtrends change over time. And then I will see you in the next video, where we will talk a little bit about wave analysis and get into more specifics as well.